We are the Group 7, and our topic is all about helping children with communication disorders in developing social communication and reducing challenging behaviors. But before that, what is communication? So what is communication? Communication, as defined by Oxford Dictionary, is the imparting or exchanging of information by speaking, writing, or using some other medium. It could be in the form of verbal, non-verbal, written, and visualizations. The problem, however, with learners with communication disorder is the inability to detect, comprehend, and produce language and speech to engage in the discourse effectively. So this could make the information unclear or may not even reach its receiver. The same concern is seen in the classroom where learners with sensory impairments may find it difficult to detect information. Sorry. Learners with learning disabilities may interpret information in a different way, and learners with speech and language disorders may not produce sounds and speech that they aim to express. Sorry. Next. Grant 2017 investigated strategies for children with communication disorders and how they can develop social communication and reduce challenging behaviors. Number 1. Considerations for collaboration of parents, teachers, and service providers in initial planning. Collaboration among parents, teachers, and other service providers play an important role during the initial planning and goal setting. The relationships between children with communication problems and the adults in their lives are crucial in teaching them social and emotional skills. Thus, it is suggested that all those who are involved in interacting with a child with communication difficulties reflect on their own views regarding the use of language and consider as well as the child's own perspective regarding frustration. This can be helpful in understanding and setting goals for children with communication difficulties. So, it is very important for the parents and teachers to have a communication to help the children with disabilities to enhance their skills. And the second one is communication modifications. Number 2, communication modifications. As children with social communication disorders may not be equipped with adequate language skills to make positive social interaction with peers, the use of communication modifications are suggested. These include sign language, voice output devices, and picture communication system. Just like what Brad investigated as strategies, the communication modification is important for children with disabilities like, for example, mute or deaf. So it is very important to have a modified lessons for them, such as learning the sign language so that they can have a communication. Number 3, peer support. Another strategy that can be helpful in providing peer support. This is due to the fact that social competence is influenced not only with a child's attempt at interaction with their peers, but also with how they respond. Through peer support, the child can build self-confidence, social competence, and social communication skills. So peer support is very important, like to the children or the person with disabilities to have someone to rely on. So example, he or she cannot read. So there is someone that will support them. So that is how important the peer support to students or the children with disabilities. And so the next report will be reported by Ms. Jenny Buntura.
So my next report is all about the social cognitive strategy in helping children with social communication disorder. Moreno Manso, Garcia, Baamunde, Blasquez, Alonso, Popuesco, Romero, and Goody Miriano 2016 conducted a research among children in a residential care who have social communication disorder. They evaluate their social competence, grammatics, through the use of language in concrete, communicative, and social interaction situation, considering various fractions or uses including the following: ratings and advice, attracting attention, requesting, giving, or refusing permission, asking for specific information, asking for confirmation or denial, who or what, which, those, what, when, or etc. So social cognitive strategies, these are the techniques used to help children with this social communication disorder to develop and improve those social interaction and communication skills, to relate to other adults, and for solving interpersonal problems. So it is important to teach those children social norms in concrete situation, and the focus should be in the use of communicative resources in natural settings. There are the benefits of social cognitive or social communication disorders are to improve social relationship, enhance communication, emotional regulation, and increase their self-confidence. Then the next topic will be discussed to Ms. Pireno.
So the next topic is all about the teacher experience of remedial teaching for students with language disorder. So when we say teachers' experience of remedial, Cruz Santos, Costa, Fernandez, and Sapage 2018 conducted a study regarding how students with language disorder receive remedial teaching in inclusive settings in Portugal. Among the questions answered were teacher demographic information and items about the teacher's operationalization of concepts, strategies, methods, and organization of education, support and evaluation and planning. Findings revealed that most teachers are aware about the concept of language disorders. However, it was also found that more than half of teachers who participated in the survey did not have formal training and reported that they did not have enough knowledge to assess with the identification of students with language disorder. So these findings emphasize the importance of training teachers and providing them with enough information. Because it also how about the languages is required and developed, especially in relationship with language and with language disorder. So, however, the findings show that the teachers have difficulties in implementing the intervention of students with language disorders. So, especially on having adequate strategies to address their needs and in developing individualized educational programs of their students as part of the support team. We call on again on Miss Sunday to continue our topic for the further discussion.
So good morning again. So the next is challenges for children, parents, and teachers in teaching children with speech and sound disorder. In a study by Daniel and Macleo 2017, they found out that one of the challenges of children are lack of confidence, children's speech difficulty, lack of targeted specialists, lack of speech-language pathology, children quietness, and children with delays in speech development. So lack of confidence is considered a challenge for children and parents and the teachers because if the child lacks confidence, it can affect not just his cognitive but also the overall well-being of the child. So, example, if a child is very talented despite him or her having a disorder, there is a possibility that it might lose his talents or her talents because of the lack of confidence. So these challenges is very important for us to solve because it can cause not just the mental health of the children, but also with its overall well-being. So, if the children lack confidence, it can lose his or her ability to communicate with his peers or her peers because kaya nga so ulangon man siya, so it can cause na mahihiya siyang makipag-talk sa kanyang mga friends. So another is children's quietness. So children's quietness is parang they are interconnected with the lack of confidence. Because if the children lacks confidence, it can cause for her or him to be so quiet. Children's quietness is considered, they are interconnected with the lack of confidence. So this is considered as one of the challenges because if the children lacks confidence, it can cause for her or him to be shy, and it can make the children so quiet. Just like what you hear, the children's quietness. So, children with delayed speech development and children's speech difficulty are also interconnected because one of the main reasons for the difficulty of the child's speech is because of its delay from the speech development. So, lack of targeted specialists is one of the challenges of the parents, not just the parents but also to the children and teachers. It is because if the students have disabilities and then the town or ang lugar is parang wala masyadong mga language pathology, so it can cause for the children to be more like if they are ulawon, they will stay ulawon forever. So that is why it is very important for us to have in our place o sa ating lugar ng mga language specialists or mga language pathologists. And that would be all for our report, and good morning.